On WKYT this mid-morning, a woman wakes up to find a man inside her home, and now police are looking for the intruder.
Police are looking for two women who fired shots at a couple during an attempted robbery.
And we are tracking a very chilly day out there. It's the last Monday of 2014, and it gets colder from here. I have the latest forecast for you.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT Mid-Morning.
And good morning and welcome. It's good to have you with us at mid-morning here at 10 o'clock on this Monday, the 29th of December. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith in for Barbara Bailey. Thanks so much for joining us today. The weather's shaping up to be pretty decent, but obviously changes in store.
Well, that's right. Colder, you know. We had a couple of nice days back there, but let's check in right now with meteorologist Jim Caldwell, who's tracking things as we remind ourselves it's winter.
It definitely is winter. It's only been here for just better than a week, and you're really feeling it out there at the moment, and you will over the next few days, too. Right now in Lexington, we're coming in at 32 degrees, and 32 pretty common around here. Frankfort, Bounce, Sterling, out toward Danville as well. Still a touch warmer in eastern parts of Kentucky. They've had some warmer air surge in. Not exactly a pretty day. We might see a few breaks in the cloud cover a little bit later on. Our forecast as we start planning ahead for you today around noontime, 35, so not much warmer than where we are. We'll try to get to around 38 degrees with rain and maybe even some flakes out in eastern parts of Kentucky. We'll take a closer look at that coming up for you in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you in just a bit. And here's the latest now from WKYT News. This morning, police are searching for the man accused in a Lexington stabbing.
This happened last night at an apartment complex on Martha Court. Police say they found a woman with a stab wound in the apartment and a man who'd been stabbed in the parking lot. Police say the suspect is a white man about 5'9". He has a mustache and was seen wearing jeans. Scary moments for a Lexington woman who said she woke up to find a stranger in her home. The home invasion happened around 5 this morning on Mustang Crossing in the East End. The woman told police she heard someone moving around in her house and woke up to see him running away with some of her things. Police say most of the stolen items nearby, they found them, but they did not find the intruder.
New on WKYT here at mid-morning, a Kentucky woman has died after a cigarette lighter exploded. The Hodgenville police chief says the woman's daughter said her 76-year-old mother was having trouble with the butane lighter and hit it up against a table several times. She then heard an explosion and turned around to see her 76-year-old mother on fire. Helen Fields was pronounced dead in her apartment. We're learning more this morning about a man charged in the shooting death of a Lexington man. We now know that Iron Smith, who is charged with last month's murder of Walter Gray, is also charged with multiple other crimes. He was arrested over the weekend after a high-speed chase. Devin Jones and Tarico Williams are also charged in connection with Gray's death. State police say an argument between neighbors has turned deadly. Over the weekend, troopers say Jason Willis and his neighbor Trevor Robertson were arguing near a home on Highway 92. Police say Robertson then went to his home, grabbed a shotgun, and shot Willis. He is charged with murder and could have his first court appearance as early as today.
Investigators have now identified the man killed in a fiery weekend crash on Interstate 75. Fayette County coroner says 41-year-old Christopher Truesdale died at UK Hospital. Deputies in Madison County say Saturday night's crash caused Truesdale's van to catch fire and trapped him inside. A mother and her two young children were in the other car with serious injuries. Police need your help tracking down a wanted man. The Fayette County Sheriff's Office is looking for Jamal Robinson. Police say when officers tried to serve Robinson with an EPO yesterday, he tried to hit a deputy with his car. Robinson was driving a 2014 dark blue Chevy Camaro with an Indiana license plate. A couple trying to buy a cell phone got more than they bargained for. Lexington police say the couple reached out to the seller through social media. They met two women at the Days Motel on Versailles Row, where police say the women fired several shots and tried to rob them. Police tell us that this is a type of crime that's becoming more common.
These types of robberies unfortunately happen pretty often. Lots of times it does involve a cell phone or an advertisement to buy a cell phone.
Police say it is best to arrange sales somewhere with surveillance cameras or even at the police station. Well, more than 24 hours after its disappearance, the mystery behind yet another flight that vanished in Southeast Asia yesterday, it's beginning to unfold.
Yeah, and it doesn't look good. The head of Indonesia's search and rescue agency says the plane could now be on the sea floor. Mark Albert has the latest.
Australian search planes have spotted objects in the Java Sea where an Air Asia plane disappeared. Investigators do not yet know if it is wreckage from Flight 8501. With help pouring in from other nations, including Singapore, Malaysia, and Australia, Indonesian officials say it's likely the plane is at the bottom of the sea. The flight carrying 162 people, including 17 children, took off for Singapore Sunday morning. Shortly after, one of the pilots asked to change the route because of bad weather. The request was denied due to high traffic. CBS News aviation safety analyst Mark Rosenker says the airplane's data recorders will help reveal what happened next.
We've got life, if you will, in the batteries for the next 30 days, maybe depending upon when these batteries were put into this aircraft, as long as even 90 days.
Indonesia promises a safety review of Air Asia, something the budget airline's CEO, Tony Fernandez, says is a top priority. Relatives still wait for any news, holding on to hope at a crisis center set up at the Indonesian airport, where the missing plane took off. Mark Albert for CBS News.
Air Asia's loss comes on top of the still unexplained disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 back in March. All passengers have now been rescued from a Greek ferry that caught fire in the Adriatic between Albania and Italy. Officials say only the ferry's captain and 4 sailors remain on board. 414 people have been rescued and 5 recovered. One Greek man died after becoming trapped in a rescue boat.
Grand Ole Opry legend Little Jimmy Dickens has been hospitalized with an undisclosed illness. A publicist for the Opry says Dickens is in critical care at a Nashville hospital. His last performance at the Opry was December 20th as part of his birthday celebration. He turned 94 a day earlier. Dickens, who is 4'11", has performed on the Opry stage almost continuously since 1948.
In southern Kentucky, a state lawmaker is preparing legislation in Frankfort that would close a city-owned gas station to the public. State Senator Chris Girdler says Somerset City Hall has intruded into the free market by going into the retail gas business. The proposal comes months after the gas station opened up. Somerset's mayor, Eddie Girdler, says the proposal is an overreaction. He says that feedback from customers has been overwhelmingly positive. Well, the Salvation Army says they are within reach of hitting their fundraising goal.
The Red Kettle collection period ended last week. So far, officials say they've collected more than $520,000. It's just a little bit shy of their $550,000 goal. They're hoping to make up the difference with online contributions, which extend until the first of the year. And there's also an extra incentive to give online this week. An anonymous donor has agreed to match all contributions up to $100,000. We have a link on how to go to the Salvation Army's website on WKYT.com. Well, if you haven't made it to the horse park to experience this year's Southern Lights, you still have a chance, but time is running out.
That's right. Just a few more days. Southern Lights runs through December 31st. That's Wednesday night. The gates open at 5:30 each evening. Each year, nearly 27,000 vehicles pass through the holiday light display. In addition to the lights, there are all kinds of activities for the kids.